Kia EV3 that's coming out?
Oh, I love the styling. If I were going to trade in my Fiat and my Prius, I would strongly consider, trading it for this thing because it's got the range, it's got the space that you'd like to have, and it's a relatively small compact car, which I like.
Hi, I'm David with EV World News, because I'm here in studio with founder and editor Bill Moore. How's it going today, Bill?
Oh, going fine. Thank you very much for asking.
All right, let's talk about the new Kia EV3 that's coming out, which I hadn't even heard about this until you.
Oh, it is. I think I posted about a dozen stories just on the EV3. There was one about the EV9 being EV of choice in Texas or something like that, but the EV3, and we've had conversations about attractive cars, and the little VinFast SUV and thing. I think Kia's got a winner in this thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, once again, they're going back to let's not make all the cars just be ugly.
Yeah. It's attractive. It comes with a couple of battery options. It's got some kind of interesting, the styling. I love the styling. This is if I were going to trade in my Fiat and my Prius, I would strongly consider, trading it for this thing because it's got the range, it's got the space that you'd like to have, and it's a relatively small compact car, which I like. So, yeah. And apparently the media likes it too, because like I said, there have been at least a dozen stories that I posted just this morning about this particular vehicle.
This is Korean automaker's smallest EV. Adopts styling cues from the EV9 as well as the EV5. I think he has been doing a pretty good job of making...
The only important number is 0 to 60 in 7 seconds.
Yeah, and they wanted to compete with the Volvo EX30 with a price tag around $35,000. And let me see, this one didn't give the... What do you say is 0 to 60 around how fast?
7.1 seconds.
Well, that's not fast. I will tell you, though, somebody sent me information on the Tata EV, and it had sport mode, and in sport mode, it did 0 to 60 in about 8 seconds. I'm like, well, how slow is it otherwise? I mean, it has a really tiny electric motor. But one of the things is that people don't generally drive fast in India.
Well, yeah, I mean, do you look at the streets of the traffic in New Delhi or Mumbai or right in the Calcutta? You're not going to go fast there.
Yeah, I get it. Kia will have 14 EVs in its global lineup by 2027.
It's amazing.
And they're going to have another compact hatchback called the EV4, as well as an electric pickup truck that will be sold in the U.S. Yeah, but that's a nice-looking car for $35,000.
Now, we don't know when it'll be here, and we don't have a price set yet for it. Everything from high 30 to mid 40s is what's being guessed at this point. So we'll just have to wait and see. And it's only two-wheel drive. It's not all-wheel or four-wheel.
Well, it makes sense when you're in some of these price points, right? We were looking at the new Porsche Macan one day, and the Porsche Macan EV starts out at $15,000 higher than the base model gas Porsche Macan. But the thing is, it had it was a premium version. It actually had that much in just other upgrades. So it doesn't look like the EV thing really made it more expensive, but yet they're pricing it $15,000 higher, but they're adding all these big upgrades that are, a couple $1,000s each that the base model doesn't have. So it's not even comparing apples to apples. And that seems to be the nature. But Kia and Hyundai have really gone out of their way to develop, while they're still making nice looking gas cars, and their gas cars have certainly improved, they're making a real effort to have nice looking EVs and making a real effort to make them inexpensive. My understanding is Hyundai, Kia make money on their EVs. So when we hear all this complaining about that, somebody like Ford and GM, they lose money on every EV they sell.
Or Lucid.
Yeah, while Lucid's terrible. We won't even talk about Lucid. Lucid, I really don't know what to think about that company. I mean, obviously it was a former Tesla engineer or whatever, but I think their costs just spiraled out of control to produce their first ones. And they're lucky they have the Saudis backing them up so that they can stay in business, in my opinion, even though that's not what they're relying on yet. But at some point, that something's probably going to happen in that regard, because they can't keep burning cash forever. But You've got companies like Tesla, BYD, Hyundai, Kia, Volvo that have already figured out how to manufacture EVs and sell them at a profit.
Hi, I'm David with EV World News. If you like this video, then please press the like button. If you like the content and would like to see more videos on electric vehicles, then please hit the subscribe button. If you have some feedback for us, please let us know in the comments. Have a great day.